many have two changes?
Yes.
You tell me numbers in and numbers out.
6 is out for Summer Strikers.
Yeah.
6 is out, 7 is in. And 9 is out for 90.
So it's 19 and what? In?
9, yes.
19,
9 out.
9
in
out,
out, yes. 19 in.
and 6 out and?
6 out and 7 in.
Okay. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Gloria speaking.
Hi, Fifi. How are you doing? Nice.
Fifi, I have a question. Do you not have effects that are played during the game? Um, Effects of the game. You get the vuvuzelas, you get blowing of horns, anything that goes with the game. It feels so empty. It feels empty.
Yeah, she was asking.
She's asking what? Sorry? Yeah. Okay, look, let's leave it, Fifi. I think, okay. It's more or less around, when you watch the games, there's always that effect as you commentate that is right throughout the match, you know. But, yeah, yeah. Okay. No, if you don't have it, then fine, let's keep going. Okay, thank you.
Champions League COSAFA qualifier 2026 second match is going to be between Mamelodi Sundowns and Silver Strikers of Malawi. Let's start with the lineups. And for Mamelodi Sundowns, just number 1, Anzile Damini. Just number 5, Kuto Pila. Just number 6, Nokolo Tesani. Just number 8, Isabella Ludwig. Just number 12, Bambanani Mbani. Just number 15, Lelona Daweti. Just number 19, Kolo Sabiana. Just number 21, Nontlan Tlamtandi. Just number 22, Lebohang Ramalepe. Just number 25, Karabo Dlamini. Just number 26, Refilwe Tolakel. And the substitutes are as follows. Just number 2, Tiseso Makubela.
Well, it's the 2 times CAF champions, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies versus debutants from Malawi, Silver Strikers. Welcome back to game 2 of day 4, and it's the big one in Group B. What a contrast, what a story. On one side you have Mamelodi Sundowns, Banyana Style, the Queens of Africa. They sent a statement in game 1, winning that by 8 goals to 0 against Nsingizini Hotspurs. Ruthless, dominant. That was not a win. That was a warning to the whole Kosafa region. On the other side, it is the Silver Strikers of Malawi, the debutants. Nobody gave them a chance, but what do? They won 2 goals to 1 against Costa del Sol on their debut. First ever game in the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers, and they took 3 points, a dream start. Beautiful skies that are out here this evening. Alongside me is KK, and she will be giving her expert analysis. Beautiful conditions indeed, as it is a beautiful night, and football is on the menu, and it can't get better than this.
It can't get better than this. This pitch here has hosted so many games so far, and we have seen some beautiful set of plays from different teams here, and we have seen some beautiful goals. And the fans here, I believe they'll also be treated to some good football this evening. They come here, the Mamelodi Sundowns, looking to make it 2 out of 2 so far and increase that goal tally. These are the lovers of football. You can see what they're wearing. We can see Gaborone United is there somewhere. We can see a Nico United t-shirt. They just love football. They're here to enjoy a good night of football. And I can tell you this, they are going to see some good football today with Silver Strikers facing up Mamelodi Sundowns.
Well, earlier on, we caught up with the team, warming up and rearing to go with smiles on their face. Some absolutely determined, some anxious, some just wondering what today will bring. But with the belief from their coach, which is Godfrey Zolile Sapula, he has really brought the confidence in the side. He has made them play the way he wants them to play. The home girl has not disappointed in Refilwe Tolagele, and she was one of the players that got a hat-trick on the day. We also will not hold back the beauty that is associated with women's football. Knocks some of the players that have come from the women's WAFCON will be gracing today's occasion, looking mean, looking ready to rumble, as Mamelodi Sundowns will be taking on a team that also has the firepower. Call them Silver Strikers, and they also were in warm-up.
They were in warm-up. Silver Strikers coming here motivated after they came back from behind against Costa del Sol to win that encounter. They know how important a point or 3 points will be in today's encounter. They just witnessed Costa del Sol being level with them on 3 points. They understand that they need to continue to make that a good run. You can see in their faces that some of the players, amongst them Wezimvula, will be looking to make sure that she comes here and add on to that attack. Linda Mwanda, you can see in their faces that they're poised and ready to come into this encounter and make sure that they get all those important goals as they were getting ready and having a feel of the Gaborone United Stadium pitch, just to make sure that that track, which I believe right now is a bit cooler as compared to earlier, they'll be looking forward to this beautiful conditions in this evening.
Well, that is the match ball, and one that will be, after 90 minutes, ripped to pieces as Mamelodi Sundowns, who currently sit on 3 points, with 8 goals. On top, a clean sheet as well. Silver Strikers, on the other hand, also have 3 points with a goal that is right behind them. So the winner today will go to the top, controlling Group B. So one step closer to the final. Some of the analysis that have been melted on, we're seeing how the game is growing, how the game is turning, and the acquisition of the experts in their respective positions. The drummers are here, the music is here, the color is right in front of us, and the anxiety and determination, on the other hand, certainly on the cards. These fans have come to support football. Some of it have not worn the regalia of their respective teams, but some have come and said, we are here to witness a beautiful tournament out in Botswana. It has taken 15 years to prepare this particular tournament, and let me say this, it has gone on without a hitch.
It has gone on without a hitch, and the ladies have really shown how football has really grown in the COSAFA region. We have seen some talented players, some moment of brilliances from these players. Some of them are coming from the WAFCON, that is 2026, and they're showing that they went there to really compete. They are bringing back to their clubs and making sure that they indeed continue with the good work. And you can see that is the bench of Silver Strikers. They saw Mamelodi Sundowns demolish the Hotspurs of Zimbabwe, and they'll be coming up here with their mindset on making sure that they defend well and they try and get those goals.
So bring your popcorns closer, bring your drinks closer, fasten your seat belts, because you are about to be served. We're talking about a ingredient that you all have become accustomed to. There is anxiety thick in the air, and there is excitement aplenty before this match gets underway.
Excitement and anxiety in those players. Even the Mamelodi Sundowns players will be sitting there on the bench knowing fully well they can be called into the pitch at any given moment, and they'll need to make sure that they deliver the result that the coach will be looking forward to. It is clear in Mamelodi Sundowns they want to make it 2 out of 2 so far and get that goal tally going on their favor, and they have made that research. They have seen Silver Strikers that it is a stubborn side to play against, and it is a team that you cannot take for granted. Love the mood in that camp.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have to be motivated. They are looking at it and say, nobody's giving us a chance tonight, but let us go in there hammer and thong with sing and song, and make sure that we do put forward our right foot. If you go to sleep, one does know that there's punishment at the end for either side, as we do see Silver Strikers getting their voices behind them, and getting the coaches also part of it. Melinda Khadiete in the house, one of the players in 2021, top scoring in this very same competition, but hasn't the baton been passed on?
The baton has been passed on indeed. We are seeing some talented players in that squad of Mamelodi Sundowns. You're looking at also in that bench where we have your favorite player. We'll be looking to see if she will manage to come into this encounter. That is Sandra. That is some of the players that you can see. The baton has really been put on, and that have that in them to make sure that they'll be able to make Mamelodi Sundowns the team as big as it is in the continent of Africa. It is only one goal that they have in mind, and to reach the final of the COSAFA qualifiers.
Well, talking about winners in 2021, it was Sundowns. They went on to win the CAF Championships in 2022. Sundowns also winners of this competition. They went on to win the CAF Champions League. It is 2023 as well. UWC joining them. Green Buffaloes, Gaborone United. We've had 4 teams represent COSAFA in the CAF Champions League. And this time around, the guess is on between you and I as to who will be the ultimate champions. But we are talking about this game on hand, which is one that will certainly shape up Group B, the second fixture in the group. sixth edition has taken off. It is match number 8. It is a moment to cherish for all those players as they take that final walk onto the pitch before the game begins. As they line up in front of the dignitaries, it's a quick handshake. Captain leading Silver Stars to Mamelodi Sundowns and the officials in this particular match. And one is hoping for nothing less than fireworks. There will be no load shedding. There will be an avalanche of goals. And one is really expecting to see some great football for the night. This is COSAFA's best of the best, and we continue to give you these games. Match day 5 tomorrow, we'll tell you more about it. The captain of Mamelodi Sundowns, which is Lebogang Ramalipi, will be quickly just approaching the referees for the toss. And here are our referees. Chipo Messi from Zimbabwe. She has the whistle and will be certainly on her toes. Kakalembiko of Botswana is the assistant referee, and Evelyn Augustinians of Namibia also supporting on the touchline. One on the left, one on the right, and the fourth official is Matapelo Murake of Lesotho. The two captains, it's Lebogang Ramalipi and Chikonde or Ruth Nyirongo. So exchanging gifts as well. Memorabilia. Beautiful picture that will hang on that wall for days and years to come. Lebogang Ramalepe and Ruth Nyironga. Well, this team is ready to get onto the field. Liluna Duetti got onto a hat-trick. We do introduce Mamelodi Sundowns starting lineup. No changes are spotted from the previous outfit. We do pick up Andy Letlamini, Ngo Kutsupila, Nkolo Tresani, Isabel Ludwig, it's Bambanani Mbane, Liluna Duetti, Kolosa Biana, Tontlata Ntamdi, and Lebogang Ramalepe. Karabo Dlamini, Rifilwe Tolagele, a bench with Karabo Makurubechi, Sikelelo Mhlanga, Modikano, Mashiko, and Boitumelo Ramane. Melinda Khadiete, Zolile Sapula, he would indicate that the job is done.
They say why fix it while it's not broken. It's a 4-3-3 and change for Mamelodi Sundowns with Rifilo Tolakele leading the line, Lelona on the left as well as Nokolo Sasani on the right.
Irene Sibande Chikondi Dube, Irene Kumalo, it's Caroline, Chikondi Gondwe, Wezi Mvuka, the 14-year-old makes a start, Tionga Piri and Nguruwe, Manda, Kangankula and Nyirongo. That is the starting 11. And Botoman Mandala, Nyango Henry Banda, and Jumbo on the bench.
It is a 4-1-4-1 for Silver Strikers with Madia Ngulungwe as well as Catherine being the forward in that midfield. Chikonde Dongondwe will be the most important player in the heart of the defense on that on number 6 role, protecting that defense of Ruth Nyironge and Chikonde Dube.
Well, it is all systems go. From the left to the right of your screen is the Silver Strikers. They are in the navy and powder blue uniform and raring to go. Mamelodi Sundowns in the blue and yellow with white stockings. They are looking to get started and will be attacking from the right to the left. We're waiting for the fourth official to give us the go-ahead, and we do so with aplomb. It's experience versus fearlessness. It's the champions versus the dreamers. An early touch for Ms. Dlamini. Strikers with a very early indication that they're going to make life rather difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns. And defending right on top, Bambanani Mbane, a player who has more than 100 caps. Nontla Mtandi hogging the line, looking to release Karabo Dlamini. And very early in the stages, as that Sundowns are a team that does not want you to give them space if you are to cause any problems. Liluna Daweti was on a hat-trick in the previous match, and she's out to try and replicate that particular form.
Chasing on that golden boot, it is Lelona Daweti, one of the players that Silver Strikers will really need to keep tabs on. That front three of Refilo Tolakele, Lelona, as well as Nokolo Sisane, they need to make sure that they are wary of them.
Here's Isabel Ludwig bringing in Tolagele, and Mamelodi Sundowns recycling that ball all the way to the halfway line. Well, it is clear skies, a light breeze, perfect football weather under the lights. Not too hot, not too cold, just ideal for these players to express themselves. So there's no excuses tonight, as the pitch is fantastic, the weather is perfect. What more would you want?
Goals, I believe.
Well, KK is asking for goals, as Knox will be looking to try and marinate the opposition and see if they are tender on the left and the right hand side. Talking about Sunday night football, and this is no different.
They will need to be very disciplined, Silver Strikers, especially in that midfield. That four of Mvula, Gondwe, Manda, Catherine Matiola, as well as Ngulue. They'll need to make sure that they're very compact and deny Isabel Ludwig as well as Mtandi that space and time to try and operate on.
Well, the first ever meeting between these two sides. No mercy, as the Malawians, who are on a high after the heroics at the women's WAFCON, with Temwa and Tabita mounting the defeat of many teams when nobody gave them a chance. Malawi ended up playing in the final. Well, this team, Silver Strikers, previously Didi Sunshine, and talking about Temwa and Tabita, that is the same team that really got to groom, nurture, and bring out the best for Malawi, who have represented the continent on the biggest stage ever.
On the biggest stage ever, and they went all the way to the finals, and they will be representing Africa in Brazil 2027, showing some real growth right there. As the Kwasawa region, we are proud.
Happy, absolutely proud. We still need to pinch ourselves about that particular feat. A debutant in a tournament that comprised 16 teams from around the continent. Ramalepe, ball in the air, plucked by Kolosa Piane. They call her the pit bull. She is one of those players that really is tenacious in that midfield. Ramalepe, Kutsopila, who seems to be bringing in a bit of stability, who seems to be bringing in finesse and calm. Here is the experience of Nonhlanhla Tandi in the middle of the park, heading to the ball and showing too much of it, but Manani Mbane has her partner in crime in Kutsopila. Ramalepe looking to release Isabel Ludwig, player who scored a goal and had an assist, and that ball just hoisted up front with the hope that someone will pick it up.
They are making life difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns in that midfield. They're not allowing Isabel Ludwig any time and space on the ball because they know how dangerous she can be with those forward passes.
Nonhlanhla Tandi was looking to thread that ball through the needle. Here's Nonhlanhla Tandi with Kolosa Piane, keeping possession. That is the DNA of Mamelodi Sundowns. They call them the team of the moment. Here's Refilwe Talagele. She's being closely marked. Two players are chasing the player with the ball. Nonhlanhla Tandi looking to try and win that ball back, but Manani Mbane with a bit of calm and finesse. She gets the ball for Sundowns, and it's a throw-in. Karabo Dlamini gets the return ball. Mbane looking to thread it up front. Knox releases Ludwig. Ball out to the left-hand side. Delivered but closed down. Good work by Caroline. Caroline, one of two changes made by the coach for Silver Stars. Grace Kangakula is the other one. Ball in the box. Keeper misses that. And that was audacious. Ilwe Tolagale with a bit of a back heel. Well, they are called a team that has got to the elements of surprise. Shoeshine and piano, which is on display, playing music on their feet. So the back heel there certainly catching that defense napping.
One that seems it has eyes, the back heel of Refilwe Tolagale. That was some good improvisation from her.
Well, the back heel boils, golden arrows having beaten Mamelodi Sundowns today in the MTN 8 Cup. So looking to avenge defeat. They can't have two losses in the same stable. So here's the ladies looking to strap their stuff. Knox, last touch coming off Sundowns. So the strikers will take this throw in. Well, Irene Kumalo, the defender, winning player of the match in the previous match. She also in the season, as that ball goes straight to goalkeeper Irene Sibande in a season's awards of Malawi. It was Irene Kumalo winning the defender of the season. And isn't she wonderful? Isn't she lovely? Absolutely impressive. There's Tolagale with the pace. Liluna Daweti scrambling down the left-hand side. But the captain has got the number. Ruth Nyirongo closing down those crosses.
She's gonna have to do a lot of work, a lot of organization, and show some leadership in that defense. It is Nyirongo, Ruth. The Mamelodi Sundowns will keep on coming, and they need to make sure that they close every space that Mamelodi Sundowns, your Refilwe Tolagale, will like to run into.
Oh, Mamelodi Sundowns with the 4-3-3. Banyana style, still looking to cement their presence. There's a player that's gone down. It looks, not sure what the number is, but it was a strong challenge. Looks like Kutsopila. And she will get up rather gingerly, and the crowd applauding. Fight coming to the bench just outside your picture. Getting a few instructions. Nyirongo, Kangula, Manda, Nguluve, Piri, Mvula. Well, there's Nguluve. He's come to the touchline. Irene Kumar. Leaving it for Nguluve. Nguluve hasn't let them Tandi. Ball kept in play eventually. Linda Manda doesn't find the room. Karabo Dlamini just making sure she goes with the player. And that's another throw in. Liluna going the wrong way, but releasing the pressure from Sundowns. It's Andile Dlamini with the ball. Switching play to the right-hand side, picking up Kutsopila. Knox releases. That is Ramalepe. A 1-2 between Isabel Ludwig and Ramalepe. Eventually that ball goes out for a throw-in. Knox. She's a twin, is Nokolo Tesane. Not forgetting that Silver Stars got twins of their own as well in the Gondwe twins. A family that relishes, and you know, when you have daughters that follow in your father's footsteps, just know that this is talent. So the Gondwe twins are part of Silver Strikers.
Chikondi Gondwe has been good so far in that midfield, having the important role of making sure that they cut those passes, intercepts them, and make sure that there's a bit more organization in that midfield. Good protection of the defense so far. They haven't conceded. They'll be quite happy that they have survived 10 minutes of pressure and haven't conceded a goal. That they need to find a way to get into that final third and start creating opportunities.
Well, here's Karabo Dlamini with the run. Takes a strike! Beautiful! Karabo Dlamini! What a strike from an unfancied player. And this is the elegance, this is the prowess of Mamelodi Sundowns. A diminutive striker that has really got the people off their feet. They cannot believe it, and they appreciate the quality. Karabo Dlamini gets onto the score sheet.
That's what happens when you let them run. You let Mamelodi Sundowns have just the smallest of spaces. Karabo Dlamini here managing to get that ball and run into the space that was in front of her. Looks up and knows exactly where she wants to put that ball. Beautiful goal. We're adding her to the list.
Absolutely. They can't come sweeter than that. They can't come sweeter than that. Mamelodi Sundowns ran rings around Nzingini Hotspurs by 8-0, controlling the midfield. Wingers going high, going wide, fullbacks overlapping, and that's exactly one of those. In the midfield, they dominated possession. The three up front rotating and looking for the ball, and they will want to make Silver Strikers chase this particular match. Early goal, that settles the nerves. So 12 minutes on the clock, Sundowns 1, Silver Strikers 0.
Silver Strikers now, they need to find a way to come out of the defensive zones and make sure that they try and create those goal-scoring opportunities. They have been doing so far in the first 10 minutes of the game, but with Mamelodi Sundowns, if you try and close Isabel Ludwig, you close on Knox, you close on Lelona Dawetu, you have a Karabo Dlamini to deal with.
They seems to have goals from all over the park, and you can never rest on your laurels if you are dealing with this well-oiled machine. Coach Sapula will be very pleased with that effort. Pizza, Kutsopila, Andile Dlamini, Bambanani Bane. She restores calm. The explosiveness clear for everyone to see. Knox with the back heel yet again looking to pick up a captain. As a goalkeeper Irene Sibande. Another one of those who was part of the national team setup. A bit of a push and a shove. Knox a little deep for the moment. Picks up Bambanani Mbane, who's playing with acres of space. Time. Goal scorer Ludwig looks for Tolagele, waltzing away. To the left is Lelona Daweti. She can whip it in, she can take the players on. She's got the confidence, plays it short. Here's Silver Strikers. Tionga Piri asking for it, but it is Grace Kangula who turns into trouble.
They're playing the high press Mamelodi Sundowns and are able to win those balls. Refilo Tolakele was the one who lost possession of the ball, but made sure that she chased and went that ball back and won the team a free kick in a very dangerous position. Similar position to where we just saw Karabo Dlamini scoring from.
Well, for the moment, they'll probably play it short. Karabo Dlamini with Knox. And it's Dlamini yet again who looks like she will just get that ball behind the Silver Stars defense. And Irene Sibande organizing that wall. Dlamini goes again, route one. Keeper this time. She says no. Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, but with Karabo Dlamini, she is fencing her chance in that area, managing to get the goal with the free kick. She just didn't give it enough pace to beat the goalkeeper.
Well, the Silver Strikers have come out with a 4-1-4-1. You know, a back four, one holding midfielder just sitting deep to protect, to screen that Mamelodi Sundowns midfield three. Then you've got four ahead of her, very compact, but ready to counter. They got to be brave. This is a modern setup as it is being put out, but Mamelodi Sundowns will respect that, but they are not afraid of the break. Here's Lelona Daweti looking to create space, spotting the keeper off a line, but that ball just being deflected and taking that pace and taking that momentum away from Lelona Daweti.
Very quick to close Dawethu down. They understand the danger that she poses. Dube there making sure that she does some good work in denying her a lot of time on the ball.
Showing some strength. Good take by Grace Kangula. Game is absolutely frantic. Played at quite a high pace. Bane receives from Matlamin. Kutsapila. 1-0. The scoreline is at the Gaborone United Stadium. Place to be if you are in Botswana, coming to watch Africa's finest. They are African champions. They've got 2 stars on the jersey. Is Mamelodi Sundowns, ladies. But here's an opportunity for Grace Kangula. Grace Kangula heading into the box, but look at the cover and the support, looking to thread that ball through for an oncoming Tiyonge. But on the ball, on the turn, is Wezi Mvula.
That was good cover. The Mamelodi Sundowns made sure that they recover very well and close down and narrow the spaces, forcing Silver Strikers to go back and try and recycle that ball.
Chikonde Gondwe is one of the few players that is looking to be that attacking outlet. Here's a Refilwe Tolagele. Could this be the second? Denied by Irene Sibande.
She'll keep coming, Refilwe Tolakele. She wants that goal. She wants to take her tally to 4 points. They need to make sure that they track her down and deny her that space to run into.
Knox with a step over, just falls just in front of the referee. That is referee Chipo Mercy Maibo. Look at that. Good control of the ball. Step over and drawing that foul. Almost winded in that moment, falling on top of the ball.
Falling on top of the ball. Bit painful there in her chest. She will stand up and look to see if she will fancy her chances on that free kick. In a good position.
Well, a good position for another one of those brilliant strikes that we have seen. Karabo Dlamini and Knox with 4 players in the wall. It's Dlamini! Beautiful! Another blinder! Karabo Dlamini. Excellent piece of play. Clear chance. Keeper could do nothing about that, Hamdinger. And goalkeeper is inconsolable. She is inconsolable. And the fingers go up. It is 7-up as Mamelodi Sundowns are ruthless, turning on the style. Karabo Dlamini conjured up, made in Botswana, and finished off at Gaborone Stadium. The wall broke up, keeper had no chance. 2-0 in favor of Banyana Bastille.
That was a quality ball. Nothing the goalkeeper, the defense, anyone can do about it. She knew where she wanted to put that ball. The pace and power is what beat the goalkeeper flat. There was nothing much the goalkeeper could do. Seems like it's a Karabo Dlamini show today.
It has started pretty much in that vein. And bearing in mind that you still have strikers that also will be looking for those opportunities. Karabo Dlamini operating in the left back position. It's definitely the Karabo Dlamini show.
They are showing you, Mamelodi Sundowns, that if you close them down, they will take shots from range. They are unable to penetrate into the defense of Silver Strikers. They are opting to take long-range shots, and they've benefited so far.
Well, they're mixing their game. Very often people would look for short passes, nimble, getting into the box. But this time, they've decided from a standard situation, went route one, keeper had no chance. The first shot was a good one, also coming from Karabo Dlamini. Pile driver. And the second one It's also no different. 20 minutes on the clock, 2-0 the scoreline. We're almost going at 1 goal per 10 minutes.
We're almost going 1 goal per 10 minutes. We'll have to wait and see if we're going to get another goal either from the yellow or the blue side. The 11 of Silver Strikers will need to make sure that they change up and really turn up to the party. I'm looking at that midfield with players like Nguluwe. They really haven't had the chance to come out of the defensive line. You're talking about Catherine also. They haven't had the opportunity to really make something of it. They're trying to knock the ball around, but Mamelodi Sundowns is suffocating them. They need to try and vary their play and maybe try going the long balls.
Tionge Piri. It's Wezi Mvula. Out to the left. Away by Bane. Competing in the air. Winning that ball is Isabel Ludwig. Free kick is given to Mamelodi Sundowns. Players being pushed forward. High energy game. High quality game. Technically, two coaches that are playing chess. Kutsopila. Andile Dlamini. Liluna Daweti. You want the element of surprise. You were expecting Liluna Daweti. You were expecting Refilwe Tolagele. But they seem to have opened the tap from the back. Ramalepe. Too many players just bunching up of Silver Stars in that midfield. Here's Knox. Nokolakasane with a bit of bite. She has a couple of yellow jerseys to aim for, but slowing the game and looking to hopefully get away from that. Another ball! Brilliant effort coming off the woodwork. It was Liluna Daweti. You're gonna have to give credit to Nokola Kasane. She waltzed away, she danced away, and then with some lovely skill coming from Knox, laid that ball for an oncoming Daweti. And the rest is history.
The rest is indeed history. Beautiful play by Knox right there, picking the perfect pass to Lelona Daweti. But one player who will be beating herself up is Refilwe Tolakele. She went to sleep, wasn't anticipating that ball to hit the cross, the upright, and coming back into the encounter. She needed to pass into that second ball and convert that chance.
Well, the goalkeeper is inconsolable. She knows she's conceded 2 brilliant goals, and it doesn't matter who was in that goal. I think you got to look at it and really say it was really a fantastic effort from the striker.
A fantastic effort from Karabo Dlamini. Nothing really that the goalkeeper can do. She needs a few words of encouragement from her team to say, you're doing well, just keep focused. But that was some quality goals that we got from Karabo. Nothing really that she could do about them.
Well, the coach in the post-match interview says, we want to finish the game early, finish it in the first half, break the spirit, break the hearts, and come back more relaxed in the second half. Pretty much the same affair here tonight, but it is a different set of players, a set of players that got some fight and bite in the legs, and they are and will be making life rather difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns.
They will try to make life difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns. They have so far managed to contain and frustrate Daweti as well as Refilwe Tolakele. They haven't seen any space, a lot of space in that area. But now it goes back to your defenders that are also coming into play. And even Refilwe Tolakele and Daweti, remember, they can score long-range shots. That's where now Silver Strikers need to make sure that they're wary of.
Daweti! Keeper collects. They are looking for those long-range shots. They have spotted perhaps a weakness in goalkeeper Irene Simande.
They have spotted that Karabo was able to convert the 2 chances, and there are identifying the difficulty that Silver Strikers are making for them to make that short passing game and get into that box. But now they have to go back and say, let us try this long range shots. We have benefited too so far. Daweti as well as Refilo Torakele, they have good technique. They'll keep on trying them.
A third goal will really break the spirits of Silver Strikers. A third goal in this half will break the spirits. 2-0, as you say, KK, is still not a safe scoreline.
It's not a safe scoreline. Silver Strikers need only one goal and they will be back in business. But for now, they need to defend this corner and make sure that they don't allow Mamelodi Sundowns to get the third goal.
Well, there is some creativity. They have planned in training the set pieces. You've got 3-4 players just behind each other with Liluna Daweti closest to the goalkeeper. Eventually header comes in. Another save. Brilliant effort by Sibande.
Beautiful save from the goalkeeper. She reacted, those reflexes is one to write home about, because Refilo Tolakele pounced on that opportunity, but there was a miscommunication. Refilo Tolakele was supposed to get the first ball that went into that area. She got the second one and tried to hit the target, but the goalkeeper came up tops.
Another opportunity. You see Sundowns in a straight line. You also get to see the defenders that want to go with them breaking that line. And again, it is a last touch coming off Bambanani Mbane. A bit of a breather for Silver Strikers as the ball was whipped in. Great quality. And Bane got it. Deflection. Tolagele taking it away from the goalkeeper, but this time in the right position. Under pressure from Daweti. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Sundowns forcing the errors.
It's going to be difficult to play out from the defense of Silver Strikers with Mamelodi Sundowns applying that high press.
Goal kick. Daweti. Notlanhla Mthandi. Good bridge, but it is Dlamini. Picks it up for Silver Strikers with Linda Manda. Bane, Karabo, Kutsopila. Sundowns oozing with confidence. They want to make amends for their loss in 2025. They didn't make it and did not represent COSAFA at the championship. But this time it's a different outfit. This time it is a team that is determined to go all the way.
They look determined to go all the way, having won 8-0 on their first game and currently leading with 2-0 right now. It seems like it's a team that really wants to go to the semi-finals all the way to the finals.
Dlamini, 2-goal hero. Looking for Tolagele. Sending Daweti on a bicycle. And some frantic defending. Silver Strikers have got their backs against the wall.
That was some good defending. Read the danger, made sure she gets there. There was a little nudge on her back. Referee giving the free kick.
Tionge. Ball is in the air, competing for whatever's on offer. Pila brings a goalkeeper in who's off a line. Bane. Kutso. 30 minutes on the clock. Knox. Irene Kumalo just puts a stop to the advancement of Nokolo Pesane. A yellow card for Irene Kumalo. That's for a foul on Nokolo Pesane.
It's dangerous when she has the ball at her feet. Irene Kumalo reading that danger. Knew she was beaten for pace. Just brings, knocks down.
Well, for the defenders, we do know that getting a yellow card just does mess up with the head a little bit, but it will be a test of character for a player like Kumalo, who's won the accolades It is Liluna Daweti on the volley. That ball goes over the bar. 2-0 in favor of Mamelodi Sundowns.
They'll be quite happy with their performance so far. They'll be happy they managed to get those two beautiful goals scored by Karabo Dlamini.
With a performance like this, a player like Liluna Daweti is putting her hand up to be recognized by Dr. Desiree Ellis for the women's national team. Really showing hunger, also showing poise in terms of getting the goals that have been quite elusive for Banyana Banyana.
Looking to be part of that Banyana team. She's really put in some good work. She hasn't gotten the goals, hasn't got a lot of chances, but she is making those runs, getting into those important areas.
Tolagale doesn't get a hold of that. Tionge Piri. Sundowns get possession with the Refile, protecting that ball very well, while Miss Duetti is fixing up her boots that had slipped off. Bambanani Mbane, Kutsopila. There's the captain there in Lebogang Ramalepe. Ball played across to find Knox. Here's the style. Sinokolo Tesane. Music at her feet. Here's the ball looking to find Isabel Ludwig. A sell of a dummy, a drop of the shoulder, creating space. Ludwig on the edge. Sundowns, when they realize the door's being shut, they come all the way back. And good work to get that ball to Mbane. Dlamini.
There's Dlamini.
There's two Dlaminis. There's two Dlaminis. Karabo Dlamini. Andile Dlamini. On the field. Andy. Scanning, planning, plotting the next attack. Kutso. Grace Kakunda. Cutting in is Bambanani. Doesn't she control that defense? There's Kutso Pila. Looking for Nontlanhla Mthandi. Instead, it is Refilwe Tolagele. Nicely off the chest, Kutsopila. Drawing in Silver Strikers, hoping for them to leave the pockets just behind the two wingbacks. Karabo Dlamini. Lebogang Ramalepe. I haven't seen Andile Dlamini get to see so many balls early on, or being part of the keeper sweeper role, and or maybe even being like that number 10. They normally say the goalkeepers become the new number 10.
It's the new number 10, the goalkeepers with those passes when they start playing from the back.
Good turn. Isabel Ludwig laying it for Liluna Daweti. A bit of a hospital pass. One thing you can be certain of with Isabel Ludwig, if you play her the ball and she loses it, she's going to hustle, fight for it and get it back.
She's a workaholic. Ludwig does some good work in that midfield. She will hustle for those balls. She will win those balls and start off play. It is Ludwig, but she hasn't had much space. I believe Silver Strikers had an opportunity to study how dangerous she is.
Ball in the box. Good first time take from Ludwig. Doesn't get a hold of it, but that cleanly, and a pretty tame one for the goalkeeper. Well, in 2024, Sundowns were exempt from playing the regional finals. They went on straight into the final, as they were the African champions at the time. 2021 and 2023 wins. They are certainly tipped as the team to beat. But we've seen the rise in Gaborone United, Zescondola girls in recent years, which makes the task a lot more difficult.
Makes it a lot more difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns. They have a few teams that really have shown that growth and that hunger to win it. Same with Gaborone United team, who came into Group A now as the defending champions and the team to beat. Mamelodi Sundowns on the Group B, the team to beat. And so far, it's safe to say the two teams are doing very well.
Oh, talking about the two teams doing very well. You know, we're looking at Green Buffaloes, double action Sundown as that ball is plucked in the air. And Black Rhino Queens were some of the teams that were pushed aside by Mamelodi Sundowns. That was back in 2021 and 2023 double action. 2022 reaching the final but losing to Green Buffaloes. And here's an opportunity for the strikers to maybe conjure up a bit of combinations and find their way out of that defense.
It's a congested defense. All Silver Strikers players are right there in the edge of that area. I believe Grace Kakangula is a bit bored, isolated so far in the first half of the game. Haven't seen much of the ball. Much of the play has been deep in the half of Silver Strikers.
Well, Mamelodi Sundowns up until the beginning of this tournament had played 17 matches with 14 wins, 2 draws, just 1 loss, and scoring 64 goals in the process. That ball is in the box. Tolagele with the back facing that ball. That ball is laid back for Nonhlanhla Mthandi, who herself fancies a shot. Ludwig leaping highest. Ludwig. She is a menace in that box, is Isabel Ludwig.
What a ball that was. Such a beautiful ball from Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Well delivered into the area. Ludwig just couldn't get it down in time, but that was a good ball.
Well, so far, Mamelodi Sundowns' biggest score has been 12-1 against Costa do Sol. They went on. They've also got history with Beauties of Namibia, winning that one by 7 goals to 0. Well, when you're talking about Beauties, it's just a pity we don't have a representation from Namibia in this particular tournament. After winning the COSAFA Cup in Polokwane, that was early this year, should have maybe brought that team through to compete.
We will miss Namibia in this tournament, one of the nations that really has so much talent. Haven't won, we should have at least have that team here participating and really giving your Mamelodi Sundowns, your Silver Strikers a run for their money.
Well, looking at the teams that have played against Sundowns, double action no longer, well, was pushed aside by Gaborone United. Green Buffaloes was pushed aside by Zescondola Girls. You've got Ndopwa that was pushed aside by Silver Strikers. And you also have Young Buffaloes of Eswatini that was pushed aside by Nsingizini Hotspurs. Olympic Di Maroni, also a team that is missing from this competition.
That just shows how women football really is growing, with not the same team always participating.
It's not guaranteed. Thandi, left-footed player. Escarabo. She goes down, Escarabo. Here's an opportunity for Silver Strikers, driving that ball forward. A chop in and a chop out. Chikondi Gondwe going out to the left-hand side. That ball hoisted into the hands of Andile Dlamini.
That was a promising move, but a poor ball that was delivered into the area. She had numbers to aim for. He needed a quality ball to make sure that they do stand a chance to score. Karabo Dlamini stayed down for the challenge. They know Silver Strikers. Once she gets in that area, someone needs to make sure that they close her down. She has shown that with the first goal, she's able to unleash from the distance. Also the second goal, which was a free kick, it was quite some distance, but she managed to put that on target.
Agnes, who is the assistant to Coach Sapula, Well, you know, you go down the history of Mamelodi Sundowns in this particular competition. We had Andisiwe Mgoy, who tops the score charts with 9 goals, followed by Melinda Khadiete. Andisiwe Mgoy has gone on to retire from football. Melinda Khadiete on 8. She's a player that is on the bench. Liluna Daweti with the 6. But we need to say 6 plus 3, because she's now joint goal scorer with Andisiwe Mgoy. And Boitumelo Rabale, who's also on the bench, is not too far away from the leading goal scorers. She's got 5 goals to her name. Zanele Nklapo, the former captain, with 4. And Rifilwe Tolagele, who's on 4, we need to say plus 3. And that takes her to 7.
They're here to break down their records. It is Mamelodi Sundowns players. We haven't seen Dawet, we haven't seen Rifilwe Tolagele getting those goals so far in the 40 minutes, but we still have the second half, and they'll keep on coming and try to increase that tally.
Well, good work there to show you the discomfort and the injury there on Karabo Dlamini. We have about 4 minutes plus referee's optional time. And Chikondi Gondwe, Ramalepe. Ball goes out, or kept in play rather, for Silver Strikers. Looking to pull one back. Andile Dlamini will tell you, I'm about clean sheets, nothing else. Here's Bambanani Mbane. Dlamini will make her way back onto the field. She's waiting for the referee to give her the indication to get back on the field. Just below our commentary booth is Isabel Ludwig. That ball just skidding off the boot of Chikondi Gondwe and Ruth Nyirongo in that defense.
Safety first. Ludwig was lurking. She knew that the team needed to regroup.
Irene Kumalo, she's grimacing in pain. She's hoping that her strikers could bring her back into this match. She's reeling with pain. That is goalkeeper Irene Sibande. There's Knox, who also just went down in a heap.
Down in some pain. They will take out the magic spray.
Oh, the magic spray, yes. Especially for a player like Irene Kumalo. Especially for a player like Irene Kumalo. Mr. Stereo Gondwe will be very proud of his twins. Here's Sundowns with Pila. She's fighting for that ball. She goes down in the box, and the referee just got a microscope and focused firmly on the action. Free kick.
They are making it very difficult for Silver Strikers to come out of that defensive half. Mamelodi Sundowns are playing that high pressure, making sure that they force mistakes. Now Silver Strikers have to defend yet another corner.
It is another corner. Play short. Ramalepe looking for Knox. She delivers the ball, and it is well defended by Silver Strikers. Absolutely frantic. Here's Silver Strikers going forward. You cannot blink, and the action is the other end of the field. I reminded you to bring your popcorn and your drinks close by. Sit tight. We are approaching half-time. You can refill. Get the popcorns ready for the second half in what promises to be another bumper.
Referee
That was some promising play by Silver Strikers. Just took her eyes off the ball and went out for a throw-in. That is Manda. Good build-up play, good passing of the ball. They need to do more of that to try and really open up Mamelodi Sundowns. They have some experienced players, Bambanani Mbani as well as Kusopila in that defense. It will really take something special to break that pair.
Well, talking about something special, that was quick thinking and a quick release, though. I'm just hoping that Sabrina Tom has recovered from that injury that she picked up in the WAFCON. Chimwewe Madise, another one who played for Didi Sunshine. And, that was when they won that championship in 2020. Got to see some of these great players. This time getting a team from the central region, as football in Malawi is played by within regions. Ascent Academy, another one of those that is slowly brewing some of the great players. And Faith Chinzimu do well in the WAFCON. So when you go to Malawi, there'll be a good couple of names that you can remember. Faith Chinzimu also doing well.
Some worried faces on that bench. They know that they need to get a goal, and time is running out of the first half of the game. It will now be up to the technical team to make sure that they bring back the confidence into these ladies and really a plan on how they can get into that final third.
Keeper comes in and gets her fingertips to it, doesn't collect it cleanly. Here's Ramalepe. Rifilwe. She's stopped by Irene Kumalo. You know, when the tournament was hosted by Malawi, a lot of the players were given nicknames. Kabadza, which is the motorbike, the local transport, mode of transport that they're using. You had players just showing what can be done. And when you look at this Malawian outfit, really they have been impressive.
They have been impressive. Only like in those goals, they have done so well to make sure that they keep that front three of Mamelodi Sundowns at bay.
Well, talking of Mamelodi Sundowns at bay, referee Chipo Mercy brings an end to the first 45 minutes, a frantic one at that. Both teams giving us some brilliant displays, showing their technical and tactical ability. The bench has been asked questions. The analysts are having done their homework. We are expecting a frantic comeback come 45 minutes. Don't despair, as Sabanda will put behind the first 45. They still have a lot of fight. They have a lot of grit, as the fans have slowly trickled in and found their way into the stadium. It is the Karabo Dlamini show, a goal that was scored in the 11th minute and a second one in the 19th minute. Sundowns cruising 2-0 in the opening 20 minutes. They go to the break in the lead. And this lady in your picture has made the difference between the two sides.
They will know it is important, Mamelodi Sundowns, to try and change their game plan, because looking at how they have played and how Silver Strikers has been stubborn in that midfield, they need to make sure that they know how to actually break that defense.
While talking about breaking the defense, we will get to see the statistics and maybe just look at the highlights in the first 45. It was Silver Strikers that intended to start early, but waltzing away, and a wonderful ball from Karabo Dlamini, one that will remain with the people of Botswana for a very, very long time, appreciating quality, appreciating style, as they are known, Banyana style. They were not done yet, as the goalkeeper was asked for the second time to make a save, and Karabo Dlamini obliged. She says, keep quiet and watch the show. It was a free kick, a humdinger of one, and that got Mamelodi Sundowns in the groove, in the mood, and making sure that they continue that pedigree of being the tournament favorite. They were the team that continued to ask questions of Andile Dlamini, that is Silver Strikers. They are to shine, and a moment of brilliance to try and catch Andile Dlamini, but that not coming to the fold. So looking at the statistics of the first 45, 2 goals to 0, 5 shots on target, and 6 corners to 14 fouls in total. Just 1 yellow card and no red card. It will be interesting to go down and listen to the views of Botswana's own international in Dipsy Silolwane. He is alongside Nosbusiso Sibia, and that is one of the players that we need to celebrate.
Thank you, Gloria. I am joined by former Botswana international Dipsy Silolwane. Dipsy, what an interesting first half. What did you make of it?
Very, very interesting. I mean, Sundowns started with the tempo and the control of the match, which is expected. After scoring so many goals, you could tell that they know what they're doing. They have a good structure, they have good players, and they have a very good game plan.
Talking about having a very good game plan, what do you think is stopping Silver Strikers?
For me, I believe it's they're defending so deep that whenever they turn over the ball, they don't have enough bodies to get out. There's so much pressure on them that they might have to dribble, they might have to run the ball out and now try and play combinations. But as soon as they get the ball, there's so much pressure on them, they have to kick it away, which means Sundowns pick it up again and start attacking again. So it's interesting to see how the coach will adjust to that tactically.
What do you think is happening in the Silver Strikers change room right now? What is the coach saying?
I don't think he's shouting. I think he's trying to find a solution to change the shape so that they're able to come out with the ball, because it's very important. The defending wise, to close up the spaces for Sundowns to exploit is good. But now what do you do when you get the ball? That is the biggest question. I think that's what the coach is trying to find, a solution when they pick up the ball. What do you do with it? How do we get out of the pressure?
And also now going to the second half, do you think Sundowns will be able to continue with this momentum?
If they continue doing that and nothing changes, I'm pretty sure Coach Godfrey would emphasize on patience and finding the right timing to run into space. As you saw on the bench, you were a little bit agitated when they didn't have the patience to wait for the right moment to exploit the space. But it's a good game. Tactically, it's a very good game.
And also now looking at Karabo Dlamini, she did score a brace, and also she scored a range from that. What did you think of her performance now in the first half?
It's brilliant. I mean, the ability to run past 1, 2 defenders and have that eye for goal and strike it sweetly into the top corner. You see, even with the free kick, they rolled it off for her and she picked the open space. So it's good.
And also now, what would be your message to if you were the coach of Silver Strikers, especially to their front three?
Yes, to be able to transition quicker. You know, as soon as the ball turns over, there should be a little bit of trust that we need to run forward. A couple of times, the left wing had the ball and they couldn't come out, and there were so many Sundowns players around them. So a little bit of confidence when they get the ball to try and play out, either run with it or try and play combinations.
That is Dipsy Silolwane saying that the front three of Silver Strikers need to make sure that they do take their chances coming into the second half. You do join us back for the second half.
Welcome back to the second half for our Group B match. And we are in Mamelodi, Mamelodi Sundowns and Silver Strikers. 2-0 to the good. It is the second game in Group B. And some lovely conditions out there. Perfect night for football. The question is, can the Malawian debutants find a way back? A shock costed us all by 2-1 on their debut. They sit on 3 points just like Sundowns. They need a goal to stay alive for that final spot. The 2 times CAF Championships fresh from an 8-0. They are looking to add on to the points that they have. And the WAFCON Stars have made a clear statement that they are the team to beat.
They are the team to beat. It is Mamelodi Sundowns with 2 goals up in the first half of the game. They'll be looking to get a few more on the score sheet and just try and manage that game. As we see down below how with the substitutions. Jersey number 15, Lelona Dawetu, is out, making her way out. She was looking for that goal. When you look at in the first half, it seems like in today's encounter she won't be able to increase her goal tally today. She got a hat-trick in the last game. We have Magia Ronisha coming into this encounter to try and make sure that they keep on probing, they keep on trying to unlock the Silver Strikers' defense and find more goals.
Well, Tabi Singh Magia, another pacey player up front who will come in and get stuck into it. And Tabi Singh Magia, pretty much like for like. So Liluna Daweti not able to add to her tally, but that's another surprise package. Tabi Singh Magia was not part or did not participate in the first match, not even coming off the bench. And she will certainly be a player to look out for Silver Strikers.
Gets an opportunity to come into today's encounter against Silver Strikers and really impose herself.
On the edge of the box as Irene Kumalo tidies up for Silver Strikers. Well, when you look at the Malawian outfits, you had teams like Ntopwa being part of this competition. You had Ascent Academy being part of the competition. Now you have Silver Strikers. And none of these teams from Malawi have made their way out of the group stages. You would be expecting some history being made by Silver Strikers.
Silver Strikers who want to make history and try and finish in that second or first position to try and get out of the group stages and maybe even make it to the finals. When you look at the COSAFA qualifiers, the Malawian teams haven't really found joy in that area, but they will look at countries like Botswana and say, It was one of those countries when it came to women football who were struggling. You could see a double action, being able to get there but not winning, going all the way to win it. But you have a Gaborone United that try and get that motivation from teams like that one to say, we can do it from Malawi.
Sundowns probing on the left-hand side. Ball delivered inside the box, but good work defensively. Here's Knox, who will fancy a strike. And that ball just skidding off the right boot and going out for a goal kick. It's Sinokolo Tesane.
Picking up from where they left Mamelodi Sundowns. They keep on piling the pressure. They know how important it would be for them to get an early goal and take their goal tally to 3 goals. It will really make sure that it stems how the evening will be for Silver Strikers. The 2-0 lead really is not the safest. They do say you pull one back and then you are back in business.
Sundowns just pulling the strings, showing their magic. They are certainly conducting that orchestra. Silver Strikers will be all alert.
It's a good atmosphere. Sunday evening, the fans came out, the drums are out. It's good football, good goals. Saw some good goals today. Eh?
Oh yeah.
Even in the first game.
Even in the first game, there was some good goals. Defending for their lives was Silver Strikers in the first 45 minutes. There's Irene Kumalo, absolutely inspirational. Whipped in to the box. And that ball just quite elusive and strays away from Andile Dlamini's goal.
They won't be making a lot of entries into that box. They need to make sure that with those dead ball situations, they try and hit the target, and test Andile Dlamini, check if she's still awake, if she's still on holiday, bring her back a bit. That was Gondwe's header.
You know, Gondwe has really been putting out fires there for Silver Strikers. There's that 4-1-4-1 formation, and a mistake being made. Eventually, it's a Chikondi Dube that gets that ball away. Refilwe Tolagele looks a very frustrated individual out there.
The defenders of Silver Strikers will be happy. They've been frustrating her, not allowing her any space, any time on the ball.
What they have to come out is with a different attitude and a different maybe shape and structure, because they are chasing the game. Sundowns with 2 goals to the good. That's enough for them to get the 3 points.
That's enough for Sundowns, but Silver Strikers, they need to make sure that they maybe change a bit in terms of the formation. Maybe just make it a 4-4-2 to have Grace Kakangula also have someone just up there partnering with her to help her. She hasn't really found joy in getting the ball. She's been isolated for most parts of today's encounter.
Silver Strikers putting their bodies on the line. You know, they're not making it easy for Sundowns to corner. Knox. Header! Brilliant from Isabel Ludwig. Another brilliant effort from Isabel Ludwig. Good connection from a corner. Similar goal in the first encounter. And what a way to put that ball to bed. She gets hugs and kisses. Flustered is goalkeeper Irene Sibande.
Go and give those hugs and kisses to Knox, because that was a beautiful delivery. Look at this, right into that area with some pace in it. She didn't need to do much. She needed to be at the right place. Just the slightest of touches would direct that ball into the back of the net. Beautiful. They'll be disappointed, Silver Strikers, that they considered this early into the second half, but no one was picking Ludwig. She was the first person to react to that ball. It's a good limp on her.
So when you were expecting that Silver Strikers will maybe pull one back, It is Mamelodi Sundowns inflicting more pain, but to be fair and honest, that was a quality ball. Ludwig getting to the end of that nicely delivered ball from the corner there, knocks, and we spoke about aerial prowess and just being so dangerous and lethal in there. Irene Kumalo and the goalkeeper, they're still having a bit of a discussion as to what really happened there. Here's Knox. Stopped in the tracks. Here's Refilwe Tolagele. Ramalepe. Isabel Ludwig. Kolosa Piana on the edge of the box. Down goes Nonhlanhla Mthandi. The captain there is saying, oh no, what more am I supposed to do? Ruth Nyirongo, she gets a yellow card. The second player on the receiving end. 52nd minute. The first was Irene Kumalo in the 30th minute.
She was late, Ruth. She knows it. She can go to the goalkeeper and plead her innocence, but she was late, and that is in a very dangerous position. The goalkeeper right there, Irene Sibande, would hate to see Karabo Dlamini standing over that.
Free kick. This time it's Kolosa who's over the ball. Perhaps a certain distance determines which players should take it. Here's Bambanani Mbane getting a bit of a push from the back, but it's Karabo together with Kolosa. Tripling the lead. Sundowns 3, Silver Strikers no. And a good save from goalkeeper Irene Sibande.
With balls that close, you need to get it up and over the wall and make sure that it dips right on time. She did that, but the goalkeeper read it brilliantly and manages to parry it away for a corner.
Now the corner, Knox. Played short this time around. Ball in the air. Keeper comes out. This time Ramalepe wants to send it right back. Tolagele picks up Ramalepe, who has a goalkeeper that has acres of space. Kolosa. Silver Strikers with Caroline is hacking that ball away and breaking the momentum, breaking the play. Sundowns will come back at you yet again. 55 minutes on the clock. Bane. Good turn there by Ramalepe. Looking for Tabiseng Magia. Magia with the ball. Drops the shoulder. Magia lays it back for Kolosa. Sundowns toying around with the ball, but eventually it's Mbane as Kolosa dissects the defense. Tolagele carries it through, turns and delivers it into the box. On the edge is Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Refilwe, Ramalepe, Knox. Eventually, Knox will protect that ball. She's been bundled out of the way.
Some good passage of play from Mamelodi Sundowns, frustrating Silver Strikers, making sure that they don't have the ball. They're doing a lot of chasing, which can be exhausting. Silver Strikers, you're going to see a few tired legs, but I'm looking to the bench and saying the technical team really need to make some substitutions. Henry's on the bench, maybe bring her into the field of play, someone with a bit more energy to try and run at the defense of Mamelodi Sundowns, because so far they haven't really made that defense of Mamelodi Sundowns have something to think about.
Yes, Karabo on the ball. Available is Tabiseng Magia. Tolagele brings in Knox. Ball whipped in. Here's Ramalepe. Pushing forward. Increasing that pace. Kutsapila finds Bambanani Mbane. It's business-like for Mamelodi Sundowns. Sundowns in the last game will be up against Costa del Sol. And for Silver Strikers, your last game will be up against Silver Strikers.
Costa del Sol, who lost was 8 goals against Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah.
They will be looking for some redemption in that last game. And it is going to be an important game for Costa del Sol. They need to win that encounter to make sure that they progress to the semi-finals.
So 4 goals in the game earlier today. Goal scorers is Lucia Mozambique with the brace. We also had Nadia Farangwana getting a goal. And for the team from Eswatini, goal was scored by Lucia Khaonwe.
It's going to be an interesting encounter. Good game of football will soon Costa del Sol, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Well, Sundowns are looking to poke holes, but Silver Strikers are standing firm, not wanting to bite. And it's like a fisherman. You throw the bait, hoping that the fish will bite. But for Silver Strikers, they are all in defensive mode. I think it's about how many should they allow, or how many is a decent score.
It's about how many is a decent score for Silver Strikers today. They've been compact so far, just beaten by some moment of brilliances from Mamelodi Sundowns.
I think at the end of the day, when you are 3 goals down, you really got to take the chances. Throw in fresh players, throw in new ideas, maybe change the structure as well. Because what are you defending at 3-0?
There's nothing to defend right now. If they want to come back into this encounter, they need to make sure that they come out of that defensive line. And with Mamelodi Sundowns, they are doing the defending. The difference is they're defending with the ball.
Well, coming from an offside position is Rifilwe Cholagale, and a miss there from Tabiseng Majia. Close range, that ball goes out. And she was in an onside position.
She'll be disappointed. Ludwig doing some good work. Rifilwe Cholagale manages to pick Majia. But she needed
a save that was made, KK?
It was a save because it's a corner.
It's a corner. I think we got to give credit to the goalkeeper there. Point blank save as this match reaches the 1 hour mark. Ball in the box. Knox delivers it high up, looking for Isabel Ludwig. And that's very easy pickings for goalkeeper Spande.
Silver Strikers also, they need to know exactly what they're doing. This is the earlier chance.
The deflection from the goalkeeper. That ball just going out wide.
Talk about being at the right place. Whether she knew anything about it or not, she was at the right place at the right time and made that save. But for Silver Strikers, maybe the goalkeeper also needs to be that number 10. Once they get the ball, be quick to release it and find those front runners and really open up for Silver Strikers.
Kamal on the ball for Strikers. Plays it short. And running into trouble, Madiana Nguruwe. We confirm the scoreline for you from the Gaborone United Stadium. Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Silver Strikers 0. So Kumalo will get another opportunity, and they haven't lost their voices at all. They have not been disappointed. There's Isabel, chance! And that would have been a brilliant effort. Linda Manda connecting onto that ball. And Andile Dlamini followed that, but I think she would have been beaten. That's the closest Silver Strikers have come in this match.
That's the closest we have seen Silver Strikers being up that high and managing to really pull a big save out of Mamelodi Sundowns defense. They need more of this. This needs to be a good delivery.
Ball into the box, header, and that just being allowed to trickle over the line. Well, 25-26, the Football Association of Malawi awards. It was Silver Strikers that walked away with a number of accolades. That ball just missing, or in actual fact, you look at the positioning of Linda Manda, leaning backwards instead. National Bank of Women's Premiership, that is the sponsor in Malawi for the National League that has been really great for women's football. The best goalkeeper of the league went to Irene Sibande, the very same goalkeeper that is on display. Sibande also, we will remember her. If you followed COSAFA football or women's football in Malawi, she's been part of that under-20, coming on the conveyor belt, and also, as young as she is, just failing to qualify for that FIFA World Cup play. And the best defender also coming from Silver Strikers, this being her second time appearing on that podium, is Khumalo. But you'll remember in 2025 at Mpira Stadium, or 2024 at Mpira Stadium in Blantyre, she was out there with the Zambian team. That was Green Buffaloes. That is Irene Khumalo. She was the joint goal scorer in that edition with 4 goals, Ms. Khumalo.
And she is showing glimpses of how the quality that she possesses. Irene, she's been very good in today's encounter and overall in this tournament. And Sibande as well, she's put some great saves, got beaten by some quality balls.
Good running by Magia, and goalkeeper collects that, picks it up rather easily. You know, and then we also go back and we have a look at, you know, the same awards where Deborah Henry walked away with 3 awards. Deborah.
She is on the bench, Deborah. 3 awards. She is a goal poacher. She will bend those goals for you. Top goal scorer.
23 from 18.
That's some statistics for her. She needs to be part of this game today. She's someone that can really bring in some life. As you see,
unless she's injured or she's ill, I think it's certainly a player that is sorely missed in this encounter. I think her runs, her peeling away from defenders, her vision is always one that you can't, you know, ignore. She's really a player that is quite problematic and nippy. She is quite dangerous and has been part of the Scorchers. She won Players Player of the Year. She won Player of the Year, Women's Player of the Year. And the best women's coach came. Silver Strikers wiped those awards, actually.
They wiped those awards. The coach as well, an intelligent coach in that technical area. And you can see with just how these players are playing, they show that they are a team that is well drilled with how they've been defending this evening.
Here's a chance for Refilwe. Isabel. And she comes from an offside position as Isabel. She's been pushing forward a lot here in the second half.
She's been getting in those areas, making those late runs that they need to track Silver Strikers. They need to make sure that they keep tabs on her because she's able to get in such good areas.
Amanda Mtandi. Godfrey, coach. Here's Amanda Mtandi inside the box and another save. Point blank save by Irene Sibande. Ball laid back. A mistake there. Irene Sibande is really saving Silver Strikers from conceding a lot more goals. Here's Knox. Here's Knox. Inside the box. Here's Knox. Running across the face of goal. Silver Strikers looking to come out of defense. Oh, there was a player, Chisombo Banda, also from Silver Strikers. She joined a team in Zambia. And I think the Zambians are looking to improve their game by trying to get a few players from the in and around the continent. Have a look at that effort by the goalkeeper, thwarted point blank. you then get to see the quality of Miss Sibanda.
Yeah, quality goalkeeping right there. Point blank save. She needed to be out of her line quickly. The defense also, they need to make sure that they're very quick in clearing those lines. They got themselves in all sorts of problems with Mamelodi Sundowns, always applying that high press and able to win those balls. They need to make sure that they are very quick and they are very sharp when it comes to defending.
You know, there's an acquisition to Silver Stars, Silver Strikers this season. They signed a goalkeeper, Evelyn Kamanga. She was acquired from CY Sisters out in Malawi. She's yet to get a run, but when you're up against the Scorchers, number one, you better think about when you're going to get that opportunity.
You gotta think about when you're gonna get that opportunity. You're looking at Sedande, who might have considered 3 goals, but she is putting some great save as we see that substitution, the first substitution. We're going to see Mhango coming into this encounter. Did start the first game, was part of the first 11, was dropped to the bench today. Linda makes way from Hangu, who just slot into that midfield. Another exciting player that really we needed to see in today's encounter. Able to just protect that ball much well, make use of the ball. We need to see those runs really. If she can be closest to Grace Kakangula and just give her that support and just make that link between the defense and the attack, then we can see Silver Strikers maybe creating something. But when you are 3-0 up, really, we shouldn't be seeing just those one changes. Just bring in 2-3 players, refresh that squad. These players have been chasing the ball for almost 90% of that game so far. It has been chasing. They haven't been able to get the ball. They are now a bit exhausted. They need the refresher. They need to have fresh legs coming into this encounter, fresh ideas in how to break the defense of Mamelodi Sundowns, because they're community numbers up front. Mamelodi Sundowns, there are those spaces that they are leaving, especially behind the right back and the left back. That's where you need to see Silver Strikers really trying to exploit those spaces.
Well, Yamikani Mhango is the player that started the previous match. She was relegated to the bench in today's encounter. She comes in with the hope on her shoulders for the Malawians. 25-year-old Yamikani Mhango.
She's been busy, Irene Sibande.
Well, she has been. And at least for Andile Dlamini, as much as she hasn't had too much to do, she's been kept part of the game with those passes from her defenders to keep her alert, to keep her awake, and you know, playing pretty much as 5 players at the back every now and then. Kolosa.
It's part of game management also.
Tolagele takes a strike. Isabel. Kolosa. There's Ramalepe to the left, or to her right. There's Ramalepe. Kolosa goes in pretty strong, stays up on her feet. Ramalepe coming in to assist as well. Kutsopila finds Kilio. That is Knox. On the edge of the box is Rifilwe. Looking for the return ball. Knox on the same page. She apologizes. She wasn't expecting that ball. And a bit winded on the edge of the box.
She thought Rifilwe Tolakelo was going to take a shot there. She wasn't expecting that return pass. But that was some good passage of play. Knox, when she's involved, she will eliminate defenders. She will get in those areas. And they needed to complement that with a goal. They're preparing 3 changes, Mamelodi Sundowns.
They have the luxury to do that. That ball going straight into the midriff area. And,
painful.
Absolutely winded, flat on her back. But,
It's a full pack of ice right in the middle.
Not for me, KK. Not at this time. No. No, I'm quite happy in the commentary booth.
You'd have appreciated earlier.
I would have appreciated it earlier, yeah. Crowd are asking for more goals. They want to see more goals. Well, Sundowns in the first match, they scored just 1 goal in the second half, scored 7 in the first half. And similarly today, thus far, they've just scored 1 goal here in the second half. Here's Refilwe Tolagele. Can she bang this one in? And a bit of a push and a shovel as Ramalepe sends Knox forward. Knox reverse pass looking for Tolagele. Ball whipped in and an opportunity to get a foot. Another one denied by the goalkeeper. It is Thabiseng Magia.
She is good. The goalkeeper right there, Irene Sibande. Point blank save, getting her body on the line. Also, Refilwe Tolagele doing enough to make sure that she gets that ball across. But she was quick out of her line, Sibande. Made sure that she smothers that ball.
Thabiseng Magia has had 2 opportunities to register her name and maybe increase the scoreline for Sundowns.
She's been solid, Bian, that midfield.
Oh yeah, she's really crucial to the break-up play, the disruptor, the put bull. There she is on the ball. Asked a lot of Bane, but scampering from Bane kept that ball in play. Well, the floodlights have been great. Some of these teams not familiar with playing at night. Knox releases Magia. This time gets the ball close.
She is looking for it. She is getting in those areas. She's making life very difficult for Dube and Ruth, who is on a yellow card, being forced to play with some caution.
Coach is just out of your picture. Quite annoyed by the 4th official. It's taking way too long to make the changes. Three changes that are being made by Mamelodi Sundowns. Just quite a bit of administration. So Mamelodi Sundowns is looking to make wholesale changes, and the thumbs goes up for the changes.
Substitution for Mamelodi Sundowns. Out is number
Isabel Ludwig gives way.
number 8, Isabella Ludwig.
And Boitumelo Rabale comes on.
Out is number 6, Nokolo Kasani. In this number
Out
24,
is
Ndishwa.
Nokolo Kesane.
Out is number 26, Refilwe Tolagele. In this number 18, Ronette.
And the last change is Wendy Shongwe coming in. Refilwe Tolagele comes in. And Ronald Donnelly waits on. Ramalepe whips that ball in, and Ronald Donnelly gets an opportunity to come on to the field.
Refilwe Tolagele won't find her goal this evening. Joins Lelona the way to two players who really wanted to increase their goal. Tani Donnelly, Slay Queen, is in the field of play. Will just slot in and make sure that she tries and get in those areas. She will be looking for her first goal in this tournament. She's one player that Silver Strikers need to make sure that they're wary of. She'll be right in between Dube as well as Ruth Ngirongo. Try to disrupt that defense and get at the end of things. We also saw Isabel Ludwig making way for Boitumelo Rabale. Another good player in Rabale, such an illustrating player.
The one thing that on Rabale, I ask myself, why does she not represent Lesotho on the biggest stages? She's always missing, citing injury, and you know, she's really been that player that gets to motivate the other players around her. That's our boy Tumelo Rabale.
And we also saw another substitution that came in. They made 3 substitutions.
Yeah,
Knox.
it's Wendy Shongwe came on for Knox.
Yeah, Knox is also, she had a good game, Knox, today. She had a good game. Wendy Shongwe coming into this encounter today to also try and make sure that she gets into those areas, carry the ball more. We saw a bit of isolating of defenders from Knox.
There's Rabale asking questions. There's Donnelly who will look to keep that ball alive. And the ball just goes out. One thing on Ronald Donnelly, she's quite menacing. She chases down everything.
She is a goal poacher. She will keep chasing down, and Rabali, she packs a powerful shot. Another player that Silver Strikers need to make sure that they guard against. Once she has the ball, she's able to turn. She will try to get that shot.
Left-footed strike there. One moment. Effort. Ball goes out. It's Karabo Dlamini yet again. She's reminding them that you had forgotten about me.
She's looking for that hat-trick.
And you'll have 3 players with a hat-trick in the same team. Kasafa's going to run out of balls.
We still have a long way to go.
I think it's the first tournament that I've been part of where we've had so many hat-tricks being
before we
executed.
even reach the semi-finals.
Yeah. But then again, Rabale, delivery is good. Ball is in the air. Tabiseng Majia. Kumalo. Chikondi Gondwe. Kumalo. Yamikani. Kutsapila. Stopped in the tracks. Pila. Looking for Mtandi and finds Mtandi. It's a throw in for Mamelodi Sundowns. 10 minutes to go to the 90-plus referees. Optional time.
They've really frustrated Silver Strikers when they try to get out of that defense and try to look for that goal. They make sure that they close them down and track them down. They haven't really found much joy to create clear-cut opportunities.
You know, I remember there was a player we gave a nickname, Sapitwa. Sapitwa is, as the goalkeeper makes a mistake, gets a hash of it, and is helped by her defenders, particularly Wezi Mvula, just slipping through.
There were some nervy moments for the goalkeeper, managing to get there, but spilling that ball. Quick reaction from the defense. That's what you need from your defenders, to react quickly, make sure that they had that ball away.
Absolutely. Almango, who also played for Ntopwa. This is the second season at Silver Strikers. That's Yamikani Mhango. She's related to Mhango, who played in South Africa. Kabadinho Mhango. We'll send the Scorpions to find out. Bounce of the ball. Bit of a push from Miss Donnelly. Or is she related to the sister of Kabadinho Mhango? Well, Deborah, indication is that she's injured.
It's a big miss.
Yeah, she's sorely missed. Keeper comes out. She's really been busy. There's no load shedding in that defense. Alert 24/7. There's no working from home. She's in the office and is absolutely busy.
She's busy. Irene Sibande makes some important save today. The score is 3-0, and it's because of that lady Irene Sibande. Could have been more.
More, a lot more. Here is Silver Strikers under pressure. Pila, goalkeeper, will take her eye off the ball. It just knocks it into space, does find Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Intercepted there by Chikondi Gondwe. Here's Rabale, Boitumelo, Princess, Rabale. Good ball, good turn. Tabiseng Majia then brings in Ramalepe, Rabale. Turnover ball, picks up Grace Kakula. Wendy Shongwe. Looking to pick out Ronald Donnelly.
She's been busy, Ruth Nyirongo.
Yeah, she has been alert. She's been kept on 24-hour surveillance. It's Ruth Nyirongo.
That's what you need from your captain, to always be alert, making sure that they're organized and offers that cover defense as well. She's done so well this evening.
Ball goes out, and it's a throw-in for Sundowns. Grace Akungala. Just one player left up front, Yamikani Mahango.
This is where it gets frustrating for Silver Strikers. Mamelodi Sundowns who look to knock that ball around, just wind up the clock. You know, they almost have the 3 points in the bag. Semi-final spot.
KK, I gotta tell you this. My Scorpions are out in Malawi. My Scorpions are out in Malawi. And the information is that Yamikani Mahango is not related to Gabadinho Mango. Gaba is from a place they call Rumbi, and Yamikani is from a place they call Dwangwa.
Your Scorpions, they're doing good work.
Absolutely. We said we will share the information without fear of favor. And we talk of women's football, and we want to educate, inform, and share with everyone to get an understanding and appreciation of what is happening with women's football in the Kasafa region.
And it's beautiful to know that we have the Mahangu surname that's really dominating when it comes to football. Because like at Dlamini, we also have a lot of Dlaminis who are not related, but they are there.
Yeah. To Tada Amanda out in Malawi, another esteemed commentator. What do we say, Mulibanji? It's really great to have such people in the right places, sharing the information and making sure that you continue to be on top of your game. So it is a corner for the first time in this half. I think Sundowns is getting to defend a corner. Rare opportunity, and header away. Delivery into the air, plucked very easily by Andile Dlamini. You know, there's that mountain called Mount Mulanji. It's also called Mulanji Massif. It is the biggest and the highest mountain in Malawi. Absolutely beautiful. You know, it has the highest point of about 3,002 meters above sea level. and situated on the southern side of Malawi. You need to go there. They call it the island in the sky, and that is the nickname that the locals call it. And if you go to Malawi, please give yourself an opportunity to go out there and have a look at that Mount Mulanji. Went there one of the evenings and had a look at the beautiful sunset from there. Malawi, absolutely beautiful country. There's Mashiko, who will get an opportunity to come on. Mashiko comes on for Ramalepe.
Some rest for the captain. She's done very well this evening. She's leaving the fields with the clean sheet still intact. We'll be up to Mbani, Pila, as well as Karabo Dlamini to make sure that they keep that clean sheet well intact. Looks like they will be committing more numbers, maybe try and play with just the 3 at the back and have a lot of numbers in that midfield. That will make it very difficult for Silver Strikers to come out.
And a simple ball that was missed by Majia, who just went slightly ahead as that ball just trickled across the face of goal.
She will be beating herself up, Majia, thinking, I should be having a hat trick in this game.
Well, here's an opportunity for Yamikani Mhango, and she stopped in her tracks.
She kept a hold of that ball far too long. She should have released it a bit earlier. This was the
ball. Earlier one, and Majia
went off too early.
Went early, yeah. Could have been 4. Oh, but you got to give a shout out to Irene Sibande. You've got to give a shout out to Irene Sibande. Crowd are looking and asking for the next. They want the next goal. They are only too happy to appreciate and share the excitement. And you dish out some great football. There's Rabale. Sundowns getting into that mode where they keep possession, knock it about. That is now the 6th pass. We can keep counting. 7 pass. There's Mashiko. They call him Majaivan. One thing that you can do is if you play the music right now, you'll get to see Majaivan.
We need to ask our DJ after to play some music.
We'll ask the DJ, that strike. We'll ask the DJ to put something nice. Mashiko, very much an influencer out in South Africa, but does balance of football.
5 minutes. Additional time, 5 minutes for Mamelodi Sundowns to keep possession of the ball and just ride out the clock and maybe get the 4th goal. 5 minutes for Silver Strikers to hold on and make sure that they don't concede any more goals, because it's going to be important how they play that last game.
Yes, it will.
With Costa de Sol on 3 points, with Silver Strikers on 3 points.
They're still in it. They're still in it. It would be lovely to get to see the log. If we can just put up the log and see what it looks like. As it stands, well, with 90 minutes done and dusted, well, I could assure you that at the end of it all, quick feet from Ronald Donnelly. Well, what I can share with you mathematically on the log is the fact that Mamelodi Sundowns will go to the summit of the log with 6 points, having scored it's 11 goals plus 11 goal difference. And in 2nd place will be Silver Strikers, 3 points. So the referee just wanting that ball taken at the right place. Yamikani. Kutapila. We have 3 minutes of additional time. Out in Malawi. Scorpions continue to work tirelessly throughout the night and sharing what's happening out there. I think they're still pinching themselves and celebrating the heroics of the Scorchers. Well, sadly, I did not get myself a jersey of the Scorchers, and I'm certainly going to get one through the post. I need to get one from Botswana as well, of the Zebras, and add to the collection.
Some nice collection that you're gonna have.
Wow, wow. I am missing, sadly, the Zebra jersey and Malawian jersey. But one just go down the malls that are beautiful. On the off days and purchase a jersey out there. Here's Kutopila.
Really winding down the clock is Mamelodi Sundowns.
The job is done, KK. There's not much to be done by the players. They just need to look after the ball and be very careful of giving away needless fouls and also possession. We have 4 minutes already being played of the 5 minutes. And you could basically say it is game, set and match for Mamelodi Sundowns, but certainly a good fight from Silver Strikers. It is nothing close to the 8-0 that they scored in the first encounter. And today they've been made to sweat.
They have been made to sweat. And you look at a Silver Strikers team that came here with a game plan, and they stuck to that game plan of being compact at the back, of being compact with, in that midfield. They just lacked that forward a pass that they needed. They needed to make sure that they know how to come out of those lines after defending so well. But it's always going to be difficult up against Mamelodi Sundowns when you have so many players that are going to be chasing and applying that high press, and they're so good at winning possession of the ball, especially in that midfield area.
Well, Silver Strikers winning that one by 2-1. Today they go down by 3-0. And that was a polished performance from Mamelodi Sundowns, stamping the authority, making a very, very strong statement in this tournament that they are back, and they are back with a bang. But certainly the job was well done by Silver Strikers. They need to pick their head up, and it is all to do in their last match. They could be the team that qualifies out of the group stages into the semi-finals, and this being one of the games where they've taken lessons, and the goalkeeper, the Irene Simanda, inconsolable. But they are being beaten by a team that has a number of internationals in their side. So for the coach of Silver Strikers, they are to ensure that they take a lot of positives, and there is no two ways about who the player of the match is. It was a beginning of a wonderful effort by Mamelodi Sundowns, a goal that was scored in the second half by Isabel Ludwig after a great corner that was delivered by Knox, and rising highest was Isabel Ludwig to give Sundowns another goal in the third half, and then, in the second half, and that was really when the celebrations or the insurance of this game was put to bed. Isabel Ludwig showing some great impetus, could have been more, and goalkeeper's brilliance there. Irene Sibanda making sure she denies Mamelodi Sundowns another goal, and you had Tamiseng Majia coming pretty close. Irene Kumalo asking questions, and unfortunately for Linda, Manda wasn't able to connect very well, and using a right foot to place the ball furthest away, and wasn't able to get that ball on target. It was then Nonhlanhla Mthandi who followed up with a fight and a bite that was to ask questions of goalkeeper. Another point-blank save to deny Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Magia was at it again, and this time goalkeeper just got down quick and fast to make sure that she smothers that ball from the feet of Thabiseng Magia. Cross coming in from Magia. Keeper makes a mistake for Ronald Donnelly was beaten to the ball, and the defense coming to the rescue of Irene Sibande. So the highlights of this particular match: frantic work for Irene Sibande. She was highly at work and defending with everything she has and showing what she can do as the #1 for Silver Strikers. So when you look at this particular match, you also look at the statistics. 3 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns, 12 shots on target, and you're looking at 2 wide shots, 2 offsides, and plenty of corner kicks, 12 in total, and 24 fouls with just 2 yellow cards.
It does sum up how the evening was for Silver Strikers. Only 1 shot on target. It just shows you that they were under a lot of pressure from Mamelodi Sundowns. And you look at the 1 shot, only 1 that is from Silver Strikers.
Well, Kabuyelo, as we will go down to the touchline, and Karabo Dlamini is waiting with Nozi Sibia to receive a well-deserved trophy of Player of the Match.
Thank you to our esteemed commentators. A well-deserved player of the match, definitely Gloria, for the defender of Mamelodi Sundowns, ladies, Karabo Dlamini. And to hand over the trophy is Miss Tolofelo Setloko, who is the head of women's football at the BFA. Karabo did, if Miss Tolofelo can please hand over the trophy, Karabo did score a brace here today, and she did travel with Banyana as well to the WAFCON. And now I am going to be joined by the coach of Silver Strikers. I am going to be joined by Coach Patricio Kulimeka of Silver Strikers, who will definitely give us some analysis on the match today that did lose to Mamelodi Sundowns, losing with 3 goals. Coach, an unfortunate result. Where do you think it went wrong?
The beauty of the game, it shows where you're wrong, where you get it right. It wasn't our night. We hope we have to move on. To me, the girls did their parts. We've got to progress to the last game. It has happened. We need to get back and collect where we went wrong. We gave too much room to our opponents. Hence, that has also costed us the game. But in all, we are getting there. This is our day. We need to learn from the game itself.
Talking about learning from the game, Coach, what were the lessons today, especially leading up to the crucial last group stages match?
To me, like I've said, what has taught us tonight, we need to get back and see the last game. We want to remain in the game, so we need to go and plan for the next game. So see us coming up with new ideas, and let's see how we can move on to the last 4 teams to remain in the tournament.
And Coach, just one last question. What was the conversation in the halftime, because your team really came back stronger in the second half?
Yeah, like I said, if you see the 2 goals that we conceded, to me, it's an error that the anticipation from our goalkeeper, he did not estimate right, so hence we had to come back and see how best we can improve on those ends. But in all, congratulations to Sundown. They deserve the day, the night. It's theirs. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Coach Kulumega of Silver Strikers, saying that he did learn lessons here tonight, leading to their crucial last group stages match. Now I am going to be joined by the coach of Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, Coach Zolile Sapula. Coach, I'm sure you are very happy today. What did you think of the game?
No, we are really pleased. I think we exerted ourselves very well, you know. Yeah, first I was concerned about the lighting, you know. I thought it's not bright enough, you know. But yeah, I think we started very well because we wanted obviously to keep the intensity very high, you know, because we know we believe in the fitness and we know that we have capable players to come and complement later in the game, you know, and we're able to do that, you know, and I'm pleased that we also scored from a direct free kick because it's something that we've been working on. We scored through set plays today, and also in our domestic league we've been scoring lately through set plays. It's something that we've been working on, and I'm pleased that today we're able to, you know, get goals from that.
Is the last game still as crucial, Coach, if you already have 6 points?
Yeah, 100%. For us, as you know, our preparation was to play all 3 games strong, you know, to qualify for the next round, you know. So we're obviously driven by our own targets, you know. But we will see, because we also need to, you know, have individual periodization. There's players, you know, who had a bit of cramps today, Isabella and all that. So we need to now know how to manage the load of the players, you know. Yeah, but we'll go back and see, you know, in our recovery training tomorrow morning and start to plan for the next game. But it doesn't mean we are not going all out to win the match.
Thank you so much. That was the coach of Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, Coach Zeluli Sapula, saying that they will definitely go all out yet again in their last group stages match. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and have a great evening. Good night.